Very good evening, namaste, welcome. This video is in regards to looting in the game and how badly it impacts anyone's gameplay. Now, if you are a regular viewer on my channel, you must have seen that a lot of videos, okay, there are a lot of videos on my channel where I have spoken about looting, plundering, how badly it impacts the state, your account, etc., etc., nada, 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 nada. So even after uh, talking about all that, what I have realized is, looting is a part of the game, and no matter what you try, no matter what you do, it will continue, okay? And it's going to be there. It's not going to vanish away, and it will be there unless the entire state comes together. All the leaders are on the same page. All the leaders make a council and they decide to a plan of action saying we have to completely ban the looting. And believe me, there are many states in Anaadih that I know who have completely banned looting, and those are zero loot states. In one of my prior video, when I have been speaking about this looting issue, and I have like highlighted a lot of points, etc., etc., a person from one of the state commented that we have completely banned looting in our state, and if anyone loots anybody, it's like 400 active players attacking that person. Now imagine one or two attacking us itself is like, we feel, man, this and that, and imagine 400 people attacking you. So that's like, literally throwing that guy out of the state, right? So that's how couple of states have combated this issue, because what they understood, the fact is, if you allow your members, your state members, okay, I'm not just talking about one single alliance, I'm talking about an entire state. The entire state comes together and they say that let's get rid of this pandemic of situation. Again, I'm saying pandemic of situation because it is a pandemic of situation. Okay, I have spoken about this like hundreds and times during many of the videos, and you will see all those videos on my channel. Okay, now let's not get into all that, and let's talk about what you personally can do, because for the state to come together, for the state to make a plan, for the leaders to talk about it, and then blah 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 blah, it will take a lot of time and a lot of effort, etc., etc., and that's kind of like realistically possible or not. It is possible, because when some of the states have done it, the others can also do it. It's not such a big deal. Okay, so before I jump into the video, okay, before I start talking about all of the ideas that I can present, let me tell you this, that I will try to keep the video to as short length as possible. But the thing is, the points that I'm going to explain to you are going to take some time. So hear me out, okay? Normally I don't say this on any of my videos, but watch the video till end so that you can understand everything properly. Now, I'll begin with a very basic step in the game. The basic steps being the basics of the game. The basics of the game is that the name of the game itself is Last Z Survival Shooter. So the game itself has emphasized the point that you need to first survive before you shoot. Okay, when we say shoot, I mean to say loot. When I say loot, I mean to say plundering, etc., etc. So game has given you that opportunity, that chance to save yourself. And your first defense as a survivor is your city wall. Okay, now my headquarter level is 26, and you must be wondering, it is needed for headquarter 26, your city wall has to be 26. Okay, this is the first step. Second, step number 2 is this: you go out to your this thing, and then you select your city wall. Then if you look at my defense, my primary formation is always on the wall. Always. When I say always, always. I don't loot in the game, I don't plunder anyone, so it's always on the wall, except on the days when it is state versus state event or the enemy buster, where I have to go attack somebody else. Now, in that particular scenario, what I do is, while my first formation is there on the wall, this is something which is very important that you need to do. When you place your first formation on your wall, you need to change it over here. Otherwise, what happens is, as soon as you send your troops out, okay, your first formation from the wall will vanish. But right now, since I have changed it, they will pretty much stay on the wall. Now, let me show you what happens if the heroes are sent out. Okay, while the heroes are there on the wall, if you have them on your formation, I'm telling you about a defense tactic. Okay, this is a defense tactic. So first of all, hear me out before you make any judgment. I know there is a question, I know there is something. So on the wall, I have my first formation, right over here. My first formation is there on the wall, and my first formation is also right over here. It's visible, correct? I believe it is. Oh, the window. I thought so. This is something that would happen. So the first formation is there on the wall right now, on the city wall, okay, and also on the formation 1. So what I would do is, the moment I pull the tank out, come on, the moment I pull the tank out, the heroes will vanish off the wall. Did you see what happened? This is where many players fail. Okay, so let's say there is a situation where you have to use your first formation. So as soon as you know that you're going to send your first formation out, select the second set of heroes, and these heroes have to have considerably good power level. I know it is not easy said than done. At the same point of time, there is nothing impossible in this world. If you put your heart and mind together, you can definitely do this. And there are like hundreds of videos on my channel talking about the game, talking about the tactics, etc., etc., etc. Okay. So look for those videos in order to grow yourself stronger in the game, and you can continue. Now let's pull back the tank, and now you know that the first formation was over here and the second one is on the wall. But the thing is, normally my practice is this: whenever I am not using my first formation, they always have to be on the wall. This rule cannot be negated, this rule cannot be changed, and you cannot deviate from this rule. It has to be there. Now let's say that you do not have such a strong formation. Okay, let's say let me take you to my second ID. This is my second ID, okay, where the first formation is not that strong. So even if I send this particular formation onto the wall, pretty much everyone knows that you're going to lose the battle. Even on the main account that I have showed you, if I get hit by a headquarter level 30 with T10 troops, pretty much I'll get defeated. It's there in the game. And this is something that, unless you grow stronger in the game, unless you have like pretty high equipment and this and that etc., nothing can be done. So that is like the first basics that can be done as a defense tactic. Now as you progress in the game, also make sure this is where the second rule kind of like comes into the picture, where many people forget to upgrade 3 very crucial buildings in the game. Okay, those 3 buildings are nothing but your warehouses. What your warehouse does is, if you see, this is one of the warehouse which is at level 25. What this warehouse does is, it gives you a bit of resource protection. Okay, currently if you see, my resource protection over here is 36 million. So 36 million of resources in that particular warehouse will be saved. 29.7 million of resources will be saved on this particular warehouse, and on this particular warehouse 29.7 again. So this one is getting upgraded to 25 as of now, as we are speaking, and it will take 2 days and 13 hours something. So let's say roughly 2.5 days something. So this is, these 3 buildings have to be as a defense tactic. These 3 buildings have to be of the same level as your headquarter. Okay, that is one of the way you can save your resources even if you are getting looted. So this is my tiny account. I mean, it's not so tiny because it is headquarter level 24. Okay, and over here as well I did the same thing, that my warehouses are at a very decent level. I'm planning to take them further to 24. 24 is what I'll reach first, because in my state I face a lot of looting, I face a lot of plundering. On Monday and Tuesday it is open loot day. Anyone on the state will, let's not talk about that. Okay, so your warehouses will save your resources, remember that. Now let's say the warehouses, though they provide a bit, sorry, there is one more thing that I need to add on here. While your warehouses provide you the protection, you also need to have this particular research done. This is 1, anti-theft, okay, and this is 2, safe box. That's for the Zents, but this anti-theft will also give you a bit of resource protection cap over there. And these are the food warehouses, etc., etc. HQ management is pretty much talks about it. This is the first one which you do as an anti-theft, and as you progress further, this is the second stage. Okay, my plan is to complete HQ management, and then I'll have rapid growth unlocked. So research plus your warehouses levels will help you protect some of the resources. Now let me tell you also this, that if the cap is crossed, you will lose your resources. Okay, that is there. For example, if someone attacks me right now, I will not lose my food and wood, but the thing is I will definitely lose the zents. And electricity is like but zents you will lose, and zents also as well. I'm not that much bothered. The reason being that the attacker, the looter, the invader should have zents license in order to loot your zents. Okay. Oh, while we are speaking, this one began. So I need to quickly complete the video, and I'll have to go do boomers. Okay, half an hour. Okay. So we spoke about warehouses. We have spoken about the research that you can do. We also spoken about your city wall and what you need to have on your city wall. Okay. These are two parts of the equation that needs to be taken care of. Now people will ask me like, Santa, how will I grow if I'm getting looted day in and day out? How even if I want to upgrade my warehouse, I will need those resources, and by the time I accumulate those resources, I'm getting looted. This is common. This is pretty much common, and the answer to that is safe boxes. Okay, the game offers you these safe boxes. When I say safe boxes, these resource boxes is what I'm referring to. Okay, the game gives you these boxes, and never ever open these boxes. Never ever open these boxes. Blind rule written. Never. I have seen players opening these boxes as soon as they get them. It's like a tendency that I have received 282 of these boxes, so I'll open them and I'll get all those, and it will be there in the open. Now remember that if they are in the open, they will get looted. As simple as that. So never open them. When you are going for an upgrade in your shelter, the game will automatically take resources from here. You see this replenish all option? This will automatically take what is needed. It won't open all of the boxes. It will only open those many number of boxes according to the level, according to the number of food, wood, and anything else that it needs. Please excuse me. So you yourself never open these boxes. Just let them be. Whenever you have to go ahead and upgrade any of the building, that is when you will allow the game. You won't open it, but you will allow the game to open this by either you don't have to hit gain. You just have to click on the upgrade button, and when you click on the upgrade button, it will automatically take you to the screen where it says this replenish all. You click on replenish all and then click upgrade. It will be done on its own. Now in the past 2 weeks or so, what I have been doing is, whenever I see that an amount of resources have been accumulated, let's say in my current case 14 million and 14 million, and in my in state 62, Monday and Tuesday are the loot days. Now in many other states it will be like throughout the week it is the loot day. Everyone can loot you 24/7. Now in these cases, what we can do is, as soon as you log into the game, okay, as soon as you log into the game, or as soon as you see that some amount of resources have accumulated in your shelter, what I suggest you to do is, not when you log into the game, my mistake. As soon as you see that resources have accumulated, whenever, throughout the day, whenever, go ahead and upgrade a building and use them off. Just blindly use them off. The first buildings that you need to go for, obviously your city walls, okay, along with the city walls, your warehouses, along with your warehouses, your your farmland, farmhouses, and your lumber yard. Why did I say farmless? My goodness. Okay, so your farms and your lumber, they have to be upgraded. These are the 4 sets of buildings that need to be prioritized as a defense mechanism. So your wall, your city wall, your warehouses, your lumber yards, and your farmhouses. These are to be prioritized. Now, right along with this, there is one more building that you need to prioritize, is your production center. What production center does is, it allows you to gather at a speed and with a certain load capacity. What this means is that you send your troops out to collect, right? You have your alliance food buildings, or maybe you have these, everyone has it, right? Wood and food mines. When you send them out, the speed with which it gathers and the load, the capacity of your formation depends on your production, on your production center, right? So this particular production center also needs to be of a higher level. So what I do is, if I normally everyone has a single builder. In my case, I have a sponsor, so I got the second builder. So what I normally do is, the moment I know that I'm going to get looted, I'll put one builder. Okay, I'll put let's say you only have one builder. Okay, that happened on my second account. On my second account, I only have one builder. So let me show you over there. So this is my second. Here I only have one builder. So every time my builder is at work, and my builder will not be left alone. Throughout the day, the builder is at work. they don't get rest. They kind of like scream at me. They kind of like curse at me. I'm just making a joke, okay, guys. So the builder is always working. And what I do is, according to this timer, I also look at the speed up time. I have like 146 minutes over here, right? So that means that 2 hours and 26 minutes. So as soon as I know that if it is 2 hours 26 minutes, that's like in another 2 hours roughly this particular building will be over. So I immediately go to my clock. I'll set up a timer, and once the timer rings, I come back and I upgrade the next building immediately. Okay, and you may say that, Santa, I don't have the resources. Let's say, for example, you're going for your headquarter upgrade. Okay, your headquarter upgrade will ask for 333 million when it is 24 to 25. So let's say you do not have this, but then you have these boxes, right? Do not forget about these boxes. This is the reason why I have told you, okay, never ever open these boxes. Let them be. All you have to do is like click on replenish all. Okay, and before you click on replenish all, when you're going for a very bigger upgrade, what you need to do is come to your warehouse. Okay, and in your warehouse, there is this option to the bottom of the screen. One second. Do you see this option? The statistics option. Okay, so what this option does is it will tell you how much resources you currently have in all of your boxes. Okay, so accordingly you need to prioritize everything, and this is where I said that your warehouses have to be there. The point being, so that currently I do not have that much resources that is needed for my headquarter level upgrade. So I will currently keep my headquarter to a side. I'll go to my warehouses. I'll keep upgrading my warehouses till the time I have the resource protection, which we have spoken in the earlier part of the video. So when I reach to that protection cap area, okay, I protection cap to the area. Let me also tell you this, there will be a point of time when your warehouse protection will not be enough. So then the only other option is to use a shield, quite unfortunately, or use the defense tactics to help you out. We will talk about the defense tactics further in a little moment, not the wall and the formation that we have spoken about, something different. So right over here, calculate everything that you have and accordingly go ahead and utilize them before you go for your upgrade. Okay, also please make a mental note of what you have, how much you need, and accordingly send your gathering squad. Okay, your gathering squad 24/7, they have to be. Just like your builder, your gathering squads have to be 24/7 gathering something or the other. My first formation is currently not gathering, and the reason being so that, the boomers. Okay, as my teammates are continuing the boomers, I did not realize that, this timer was, in which case I have to do boomers right now, so I'll keep this. So this will get filled up, right? This will get filled up. That is the reason why. And here as well, if you see, you'll get your boxes, the Zens and this thing. Okay, so one formation I leave it for a certain part of the day, and once that is done, once the boomers, now that the boomers are done, I'll pretty much send the squad as well for gathering. So throughout the day, the gatherings will happen. Throughout the day, the buildings will happen. Throughout the day, the research will happen. There is no gap that I leave these guys. Now, you must be saying that, Santa, I cannot really spend this much of time. You don't have to spend this much of time in the game. You just close the game. Okay, once you know that, you have set a building for upgrade. Now, in my case, I know that, for the next how much time, according to the speed up, it is like an hour and sorry, this is 1 hour 20 minutes and then 35, so 2 hours and 35 minutes. So 2 hours 35 minutes, that means that roughly another 2.5 hours. So I know for sure that, for the next 2.5 hours this builder is busy, and I really do not have to do anything about this builder, and the research is happening. So researchers will obviously take a lot of time, so I know for sure nothing needs to be done over there, and I know that, the builder is already busy. So for the 2.5 hours period, I will not have to get into the game. What I'll do is, like, I'll send my squads for collecting, for gathering. I'll let them for the next 2.5 hours. I will just close the game and I'll take care of my personal life. Okay? Whatever it is, studies, job, family, kids, etc., 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 etc. So this is how you can balance your personal life and game. And if you say that, to heck with whatever is, man, I'll come back, like, I'll only log in for like once or twice in a day and I'll play with whatever I have, then very good. That's actually pretty good, I would say, because you're giving yourself more time than to the game, and that's absolutely fine. You're a very casual player and it's absolutely fine. Now, for players who are like slightly serious of getting their buildings to a higher level, progressing further into the game, etc., nada, and so on. Like, you're slightly serious. No, you're not like way too serious. I'm like way too serious into the game, because this is my life. This is my work. I have to make videos. I have to show you the tips, tricks, etc., how to progress. So this is needed for me, and I'm like a very stubborn guy who got into a zone in the game, and it took me nearly 5 months. Okay, 5 months in order to get into a line of gameplay, or rather say that, in a flow of gameplay where I prioritize as per the calendar items in the full preparedness. So in the morning, hero initiator, I know for sure that 7:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time, that is 00 hours apocalyptic time, I have to log into the game. I'll complete hero initiator, that is I'll promote heroes using the experience, and then I close the game. Okay, and when I log in the morning, obviously, I'll send the gathering squad, I'll put a building for upgrade this, that, etc., etc. Then comes army expansion, and according to these items, man, I mean, I don't really want to get into all that explanation, because so every 4 hours, once in every 4 hours is what I need to log in, and keeping my sleep time, one of these missions will be lost. I don't really care about losing one or the other of the full preparedness item. Now, the other thing which I do is like the full preparedness item and your alliance duel events get aligned exactly at 3:30 Indian Standard Time, or the game time, that is 8 hours game time. So every day, if you see, today is the Age of Science day, so 8 hours apocalyptic or game time, Age of Science. Tomorrow is the hero initiative day, again same thing, 8 hours. So 8 hours here, or 3:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, I for sure log into the game. I never miss this particular time. I log into the game and I'll complete. Today is the Age of Science. I completed the Age of Science. Okay, already that is completed. I collected all of the 3 boxes, and now I'm free for today. So even if I do not complete the next one, for example, the mod vehicle, the shelter upgrade, or the Age of Science, even if I do not, now if for me to complete the Age of Science, I have to wake up tomorrow morning at either 5:30 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. or before the reset, that is before 7:30 p.m. 7:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time, or 20 hours of game time. Okay, and then I complete. Now the necessity of completing these items, these missions, are so that you again get these resources from the game, which are very, 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 very necessary for you to progress further. And again, if you don't want to really bothered about it, you don't have to really care about it, and then blah blah blah, etc., etc. So hence I said that for those who are like slightly serious, or maybe particularly into the game of getting a pretty good progress. So to summarize so far, what we have talked about, you need to upgrade your city walls, you need to upgrade your warehouses so that you have your resource protection, you need to upgrade your farmlands and your lumberyard so that you have your good production level, and along with that, you need to go ahead and upgrade your production center so that whenever your gathering is of an optimal level. Along with this, the researches are needed, and I have shown you the necessary researches that needs to be done. That is like new home, shelter building, and then HQ management, and after HQ management, rapid growth gets unlocked. So all these things have to be completed. Okay, all these things needs to be completed so that you have pretty good in shelter production without looting anybody else. Okay, so even after talking about all this, still you'll get attacked by someone or the other. In that particular scenario, the best you can do is like seek help from your team members, players. And in my case, if you see, this is my second headquarter, which you have seen on the account, the tiny account that I have shown you, this one. Okay, this one and this one I placed right next to each other, and normally this is how I play in the game, that whenever I have an opportunity of placing both these headquarters next to each other, I keep them next to each other, and there is a very simple reason behind it. Now let's say somebody is about to attack my main headquarter. Okay, my main headquarter. So I immediately go to my second, I pull the first formation, and I reinforce myself. As simple as that. You'll at least have a little bit of protection, a very little bit of protection. It is not huge, let me tell you, it is not huge. This formation gets defeated pretty easily, but at the same point of time, there is something that happens, that when you reinforce, the opponent's troops will get perished for a certain number. If you have a good formation, if you have a powerful formation, according to your formation power and strength, the opponent's troops will get perished. Now, this is a thing in the game that when an invader or a player sees that their troops are getting perished, it's kind of like a mental thing that, or a block sort of situation. It is like mind game, man. Very simple. You see that, you have sent some 2,000, 3,000 troops as a attack. And of those 2,000, 400 have perished, which I have done from my account. Or let's say that, 100 have perished, even 100 have perished. So 100 perished troops is a big thing, because the reason behind it is like, if you have to train your troops, training your troops will take time, isn't it? Now, if it is like level 7s and all, when you want to train these troops, it will take somewhere around 5 hours, 6 hours, something like that. And if it is like 8s, level 8s, it takes somewhere around 8 to 9 hours. And when it comes to T9s, it takes somewhere around 12 hours. And forget about T10s, I don't even want to talk about that. That takes like an eternity to train. So if you have, just by defending, just by reinforcing your team member, if you have perished their troops, okay, if you have perished their troops, it kind of like creates a mental block, a mental situation where the person will think twice to attack you again. But then again, there are certain people in the game who really do not care about all of this. All that they do is like keep attacking till the time you go like boom. Okay. So in those scenarios, really nothing can be done, buddy. And unfortunately, there are those people in the game who really do not care about whether the other person is is able to survive or not, whether the other person is able to, their troops are, their gameplay is getting hampered, etc. Like they really do not care about it, and we really do not care about those kind of people. So I have told you about some parts of this, and the final thing that can be done is like the entire alliance comes together. Whoever is online at that particular time goes ahead and reinforces that headquarter that is getting attacked. Okay, this is a very, very, very basic defense tactic that, let's say, the 3-4 headquarters that are there, and again, it is of whoever. Okay, whether they are like nearby, whether they are far away, and the thing is, the stronger players. Okay, any headquarter in this particular case, we only have like headquarter levels 26s, 25s, 24, so on. So all these, oh, we do have a 27 as well. So this guy becomes our major defender. What he has to do is, he or she has to do is like they have to send reinforcements, again keeping in mind that the main is there on the wall. In case of headquarter 27, you have T9s, right? So that person has to reinforce at the same point of, why are you on flames? Achha, that is a farm account that got by the owner, looted by the owner. So reinforce, and your reinforcements capacity as well depends on your rally square, I believe so. So that building is also of an importance that needs to be upgraded. Team member cap is 8. I forgot, man, which one impacts your reinforcement level. I think it is rally square. I kind of forgot. Okay, I think it is rally square, or is it alliance center? Wait a minute. Oh, it is alliance center. So your total reinforcements will be dependent upon your alliance center. So make sure that these are in a good level. What I normally practice is, and what I'm actually also testing is, I want to take all these buildings to 26 before I go to 27. That is something that I'm testing on my main account, and believe me, if I'm testing it on my main account, understand the importance and understand the stubbornness with which I have, got myself into the game, because I got looted those many number of times, and I'm like, in the past 2 weeks, no one dared to loot me. Two very major reasons. Reason number one, the moment you get scouted, right? The moment they scout, this is what they see, right? That on the wall you have a 26 million power defense with 3,000 troops. So obviously this is like a major red flag for the person. The second major red flag is that the resources that they see. Okay, when they see that it is like under 10 million, or actually today it is 15 million. I normally don't keep these many resources. Okay, since Monday, Tuesday is the loot day, today I am continuing, and I'll continue to keep these resources, utilize them as and when I can, even by using the speed ups. Okay, and when the holistic growth day, actually I'm targeting holistic growth day, but in between, if I see someone is attacking me, I'll fatak say go utilize. I'll use speed ups. I'll forget about holistic growth. I'll forget about shelter upgrade day. I'll fatak say use up speed ups, and I'll use off the resources. Okay, if you don't have resources, even if you get looted, what happens, man? Nothing happens. All that would be is like, your troops will go to hospital. Some will get perished if your hospital gets full, and if the other person has annihilation, some of the troops will get perished. There's nothing other than that. I don't really see any other possibility that would happen. Okay, so if they want to loot a shelter that is empty, let them loot. What would they get? I don't. Other than your troops loss, I really do not see any other thing that could happen. If there is something else that could happen, let me know in the comment section, because that will be a learning opportunity for me. Please excuse me. So city walls, warehouses, farmland, lumberyard, production center, all these needs to be prioritized, and all these needs to be upgraded, so that you will have, you're utilizing your resources, you're producing optimally, and then slowly the progress will be very, 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 very slow when you're getting looted. Let me tell you that, and there will be a point where you'll get vexed, you'll get tired, you'll say that have to with this game, and you might just I don't want to say that. So timing is of essence. Go ahead and take care of that. We also spoken a little bit of combat scenarios, defense scenarios, where your teammates, where your alliance members are reinforcing you. There is one more thing that can be done right over here, is that, and exactly when I'm recording, this has to happen. Thank you so much, Rajendra. Shout out to you. So I forgot. What I wanted to say is, oh yeah, defense tactics. So this is, I won't get in depth into defense tactics, because there are like several things that can be done, and for that you definitely need, let's say that I'm the defender of my entire alliance, because I have a powerful first march, 18 million march. But the thing is, if I'm going head on with a headquarter level 30, obviously I will not last longer. Let's say hypothetically that I'm a headquarter level 27 with T9s. Okay, so my priority in research would slightly change. Okay, rather than, okay, again, even after saying all that, your headquarter management related researches have to be done, and they have to go for 100% till the time you unlock rapid growth. I don't know what happens after rapid growth. I have to see, because on the other account I'm trying to gather. No, so your fully armed alliance, seas to seas, military strategies, hero training, etc., etc., whatever are the combat related researches, these need to be completed so that the person, the defender of the alliance, or defenders, if there are like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, and a hive with 5 or 6 headquarter level 27s with T9s and with good research, I don't see the I mean, there will still be a possibility that that hive will get looted, will get plundered, not to the extent if the defenders of that particular hive go ahead and constantly attack the invader. Okay, and in order to do that, the defender of the hive, let's say in my case, hypothetically, let's say I'm a headquarter level 27, and by the way, yesterday while sleeping, I had a dream that, from 26 I jumped up to 27 with T9s, and I'm like, oh, let's go, boom, boom, attack. Immediately I woke up like 4:30 a.m. today morning, and since that time I'm like in the game, upgrading this, that, etc., etc. Okay, so 27 with T9s, I'm defending the entire hive. So my job is that, let's say for example, here is the invaders headquarter. I will immediately teleport right next to them. Okay, here is the let's say here is the invader. I'll immediately teleport over here, and the moment I see that their first tank, the first vehicle or the second vehicle is out of their headquarter, I'll go ahead and attack their headquarters, and I'll then, as simple as that, you explode their headquarter, you attack till the point their headquarter is boom, gone. Now let's say that you since we don't have that possibility, and since I'm only 26, what I'll suggest everyone to do is, there is this very, 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 very simple thing in the game which people normally forget about. It is called as a random teleport. Okay, it's a very beautiful, important tool in the game that you need to have all the time. You must be wondering, Santa is mad talking about random teleport. Nobody, unless there is an importance, I really don't talk about things like this. What this random teleport does is, in your normal teleport cases, if you're getting attacked, let's say that that guy's tank or vehicle has already started attacking you, you cannot teleport anywhere else. You can put up a shield. But you cannot teleport anywhere else. But what the random teleport does is, it will randomly teleport you to some location in the map. Okay, and since the guy is sitting at your hive, he or she would, I don't think of that situation where would again they will find you particularly and come next to you to attack. I really don't see that possibility, unless you're getting hate attacked, which in my case has happened. I have been targeted, I have been found, people came teleporting themselves to my headquarters. People came from like hundreds of kilometers away, and have like even like half an hour, 40 minutes, 1 hour away, and they have attacked me. All that happened. So in such kind of hate attack sort of situations, they will find you, they will attack you no matter where you are. Otherwise, in normal scenarios, people don't do that. I don't see that kind of crazy level fellows in the game. Not that many, unfortunately. We have in our some states, so we have some in our state. No hatred to state 62 or anything, so, but that is a reality. There are some very crazy guys in our state who do all that kind of crazy stuff. So in that scenarios, random teleport is something that will really help you. And the other major tool in the game is the shield. Nothing can break the shield. Let it be a headquarter 30 with T10s or whatnot. You put up a 24-hour shield or an 8-hour shield. As soon as you see that you're getting attacked, use one of these shields and then save your resources. And again, what I'll suggest is, before you use your shield, because these shields are costly. These shields are rather than saying costly, these shields are expensive. If you want to purchase a shield from your alliance shop, let me show you that as well. Where is the shop? There is a shop. If you want to purchase a 24-hour shield from your alliance shop, it costs 140 silver. That is the alliance credits. Okay, these individual credits. And if it is an 8-hour, that is a 42,000 silver. All the alliance credits. So this is an expensive item. And if you want to go to your VIP store and, oh my goodness, man, I got scared for a moment. Okay, so if you want to go to your VIP store, and from there, if you want to purchase a shield, let me show you how much it is before I talk about it. I'm actually exhausted because I told you, right, I'm awake since like 4:30 a.m. And right now it is 8 p.m. Where is the shield? When I need to close the game, go take rest. There we go. 2,000 diamonds. 2,000 diamonds for a 24-hour shield, and 8-hour shield costs you 600 diamonds. Unless you have like these VIP discounts, and in VIP discounts, if at all, in VIP discount, shield never happens. Very rarely I see that on here on the time limited items, but here I never saw that. So the other places you can buy a shield other than these 2,000 is in the lucky discounter. If in lucky discounter you see that the item, the shield is of discounted number, go ahead and take it as and when, and stockpile them. The second thing is via your alliance shop. So you get these alliance credits pretty much by doing anything and everything within the game, and you'll get them as soon as you have it. At least stockpile like 3 24-hour shields and then 3 8-hour shields. It will be of use. Believe me, it will be of use, of very good use. Okay. So other than the shields part, just to again reiterate, if you do not have resources in your building, you will not get looted. I mean, no, pretty much nobody likes to loot a building without a resources. It's like a waste of fuel, and fuel is expensive in the game, right? Again, if I'll take you to the black market to show you how much the fuel costs. Where are the gas cans? There we go. 60 diamonds per gas can, and it is limited to 5. So this fellow, I really have to think about it before they use it. And they get like 1 gas can right from here, and then they get what 1 gas can by Katrina per day, and 2 gas cans once every 12 hours, from this, right? So 3 gas cans from here, and then 5 gas cans limited over there. So per day you are getting only 8 gas cans, and if you utilize this per day, you are getting only 3 gas cans free of cost. 3 from there, 1 from the black market, the free one, the 4 gas cans per day, and then 5 gas cans, 5 limited gas cans per week. So if I divide that 5, so per day it is like either 4 or 5, and then that's it. So even the looter have to make sure that the fuel consumption is of an optimal level. Okay, so if you do not have resources in your headquarter, they themselves will think like looting this headquarter is of waste fuel, and they won't loot it. It's a very much psychological game. Okay, so we already emphasized on the importance of your city wall and keeping your first formation on your city wall. Okay, first of all, your city wall has to be equal level to your headquarters. The second thing is the first formation that you hold of whatever power level, whatever, even if it is like 1 million, keep it on the wall. 1 million is like way early into the game. After like certain levels, you will have good. You should actually, and if you don't, watch my videos in order to progress. Okay, so wall formation together, defense, warehouse for resource protection, warehouses plus anti-theft from your HQ management for resource protection. Then your farmland, your lumberyard plus your production center for resources gathering and resources production. These are the things that can be done on your own to save your resources and to grow in the game. When we go to the defense tactics, ask your teammates that you're going offline and ask somebody to reinforce your building. So in my case, let's say my Chutku is going to go offline. I'll send one formation, not the main. One formation. It can be second, it can be third, whatever. So what happens is, when an invader, when a looter, when an attacker sees that a particular headquarter has like a certain number of reinforcements, they will scout, right? They will scout. So when they scout, what do they see? They see these reinforcements, and when they see that already the city wall is protected by the formation, on top of it there is a reinforced, it has been reinforced. So that's again like a psychological game where the person might not attack you, might not. Again, I'm saying might not. The third thing or the fourth thing is like your teammates, again, as many as possible will reinforce. And the fifth or the sixth thing is like you have a powerful headquarter. When I say powerful headquarter, it can be 26 with very good formation, like in my case, or 27 with the T9s with very good formation. They have to be the defenders of the hive or the entire alliance. And whenever there is an invader, let's say that the boomer, this particular one which got vanished, is the invader. They TP to the next available spot quite next to it, and that too they will TP when the entire truck or tanks are outside, and they will keep attacking the invader so that them. Okay. Then we already also spoken about the resources, the things that can protect you. Number one, obviously shield. Nothing can beat a shield. Nothing can beat a shield. Even a headquarter level 30 with T10s cannot beat a shield. It's a very simple logic in the game. Let's say you don't have a shield, then random teleport. Okay, let's say you do not have a random teleport. God bless you. I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but what can we do, man? You don't have a shield, you don't have a random teleport, then I really don't know what you're doing in the game. I'm sorry to say this, but if you don't have a random teleport, if you don't have a shield, I really have to say this, that I really don't know what you're doing in the game. You'll have to just let your resources get looted. So do all these things, have fun in the game. And before I conclude the video, before I close the video, let me tell you this, guys, that this is a dumb game, man. It's a virtual world. Don't get invested to the level of madness. Okay, don't get so involved into the game where you feel like, oh, my resources got looted, what should I do? And you start crying and this and that, then you feel depressed. It's a game which is meant for fun and entertainment. It's a virtual world. You just come here to relax for a couple of minutes in a game in a day, or maybe a couple of hours in a day, and then you go back to your personal life. Your personal life is what is important. Game is for the purpose of entertainment and fun. So a thing that is there for the purpose of entertainment and fun should not give you stress and blood pressure. So if you feel like you're getting stressed, you're getting depressed, you're feeling bad about things that are happening, don't play the game. Very simple. I'm really sorry to say this, but don't play the game. If you're feeling that bad, what is the necessity of doing something and then feeling bad about it? Don't do it. Very, very simple. Forget about it. Go enjoy your life, or maybe play a different game. I'm really sorry to say this, but if you want to play the game, and if you want to save yourself, if you want to defend yourself, I have already listed everything. City walls, warehouses, formation, then warehouses, lumberyard, farmhouse, production center, gatherings, etc., nada. And then when it comes to the combat defensive techniques, your teammates, alliance members comes into the picture. Other than this, the other part which can be done is the leaders of the entire state, or everyone has to come together and say that enough of all of this, let's ban looting entirely, which is hypothetically what hypothetical. There are states which have done and they are flourishing. I can show you n number of examples in the state, but I don't want to. Okay, I don't want to, because there are states, you yourself know there are states, other states who have implemented it and they are flourishing. I have accounts in other states as well, and I have seen that happening as well, that many headquarters are flourishing very well. And they are progressing at a very good stage. What they all do is they loot during the enemy bust day, and the rest part of the week they just normally go take care of the game. They produce, they complete full preparedness items, they complete alliance deals, this, that, etc. And from there they get whatever they boxes they are getting, and the other part is like gathering, production, etc. and be done with it. So enjoy the game, have fun. If you have further questions, okay, and if you feel like Santa did not cover this particular part related to looting, plundering, kindly let me know in the comment section, and I will definitely address that via a video. And also let me tell you that these videos cannot be done in 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Okay, these videos, in these videos I have to talk about a lot of things, so they will be like half an hour, 40 minutes, or even 1 hour. In this particular case it is like 53 minutes as of now. So understand the importance of every part of the game. And once again I'll reiterate the fact that the title of the game, Last Z Survival Shooter. In the game, it is survival first and then it is shooter. So you need to first survive the game and then you're going for the attacks, etc. So if your survival is of not a good level, your shooting will not be of a very good level. Very basic logic. Okay. That's about it. I really do not have anything else to cover. Enjoy the game is all that I will say. Have fun. That's about it. Jai Sri Krishna. So let's have a discussion in the comment section. Let's see how many comments I get regarding this. We will talk more in detail regarding looting, plundering, etc. if it is needed in the next video. Again, I'm saying if it is needed. Otherwise, this itself is very much it. If the leaders of any state wants to contact me and give me topics like, Santa, we really want our state to become stronger and we want to implement these no loot ban, or probably we want to formulate an entire looting practice which is very optimal and which is not affecting any of the player, I can help you out with that. I have like hundreds of ideas which I can present to you. And let me tell you that, I cannot talk about all of that in a single video. It has to be like several parts. And even if I talk about all of that in several parts, there will be like something else, because every state is different, every headquarter is different, every player is different. So it's not like one rule fits all situation. You have to understand how how the players are in your state, what kind of things they do in the headquarter, how they are, and accordingly we have to tailor make some rules, etc. so that we can sit on in Discord and can discuss all of that. I will need a lot of data. Okay, for example, how many troublemakers are there? Every state has troublemakers, and I have seen many states who have continuously attacked and they have kicked that troublemaker out of the state. That has happened hundreds of times. I have seen that. Because those states where they want themselves to get stronger, these troublemakers should not be there within that state. Very plain and simple. And quite unfortunately, I have to say this aloud, because for a state to flourish, for a state to get stronger, you should not have these troublemakers. And these troublemakers will pretty much make sure that, the state is, so they have to be kicked out. And the way they have to be kicked out is like kick them out of the alliances, constantly loot them, plunder them, boom them, send them out of the world. Okay. If the entire state comes together, attacks that troublemaker together, nothing can be done. That troublemaker cannot do anything. Okay, even if they are like headquarter level 30 with a T10 formation. What will a headquarter level 30 with T10 formation do when like 30, 40, 50, 100 of them are like constantly attacking them, right? Let's say that, there are 3 to 4 rallies at a single point of time attacking that headquarter 30 with a T9. Nothing can that guy do. Nothing. And let me also tell you that, at a certain level, any T10 will take a bit of damage, okay, after like 10 attacks, 15 attacks. So it's possible, it's quite possible. So let's make the game enjoyable for everyone, okay? Because I have seen people exiting the game, and I have been talking about this from long time ago. Okay, since many, there are like you will find tens of 20s of videos regarding looting and plundering where I have said a very simple point. If you do not have a neighbor in the game, who will you play the game with? If you do not have another alliance in the game, who will you compete with? If you do not have an opponent in the game, what will happen to you in alliance duel? Understand that. Okay, if you are able to understand that very simple logic, that you do need other players. Otherwise, what will you do? Roam around, roam around an empty state, and what will you do? You'll just roam around, kill zombies. Yeah, kill zombies, kill boomers. But killing boomers is only possible when you have alliance members, right? Killing zombies and etc. Whatever, whatnot, man. But if you do not have an opponent to play with, I'm saying the situation is possible, and it has happened in many states that there are dead alliances, there are dead states where people have left the game, moved on to a different state, and have rebuilt themselves right from the scratch. That has happened in many of the old states. So understand that very simple logic. Keep your looting practices to a limited level, to a healthy level, so that the other person is not feeling that I need to just exit. Okay. So if you want me to train you about all of that, we can sit down in a Discord, or maybe if you can specifically give me a topic, I'll make a different video to talk about the practices, how to control it, what kind of rules can be implemented. Again, it's not one rule fits all situation. It varies from state to state. It varies from alliance to alliance, from player to player, etc., etc. Thank you so much for listening to me for 1 hour. I hope this video helps you, helps your alliance, helps your state members to grow stronger in terms of resources gathering, production, etc. Again, emphasizing on the point, last Z survival shooter.